Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Holler with me, You Heard 37. So, before we start flying, there's some crap that has gone on with this game. If you remember, we flew up in our last flight from, I believe it was Vegas to Pocatello, Idaho, just southeast of Boise. Well, some jobs regenerated, and I was going to fly. I had another job. It was right from Pocatello, so we weren't going to have to move, and it had paid a lot, went down to Midland. And so I tried to fly it, and sometimes when you load that 707, it has some problems with like flickering and screen tears, right? It's really, really odd. Usually you just reload it, and it does fine. And I did that, and I must have loaded that thing 10 times at least. I mean, I waited an hour, just could not get it done, so I ended up having somebody else fly it. So then we had another job from, I think it was maybe Boise or Bismarck or somewhere, up to Winnipeg. Same problem the very next day. Just problem after problem after problem. So I had somebody else fly that job too. Then we had problems with elevation, and I worked on that all day, and it ended up just being vector needed to be moved down, which doesn't make any sense. It should have been where it was, but finally got that all sorted out. And then yesterday, during all this, I also updated my graphics card, which has the sound and everything, and that must have created a big, huge freaking problem, because now I can't get audio over to the other computer to record. I have no idea why that is. It doesn't make any sense. I'm doing the same thing as always. It doesn't make any sense, so I ended up, there's this thing called Voice Meter. This is what I'm using right now. And so you can't see it right now, but there's this thing called VB audio cable and all this, and it's a hassle, but it works. So you have to open up this and set it up before you can fly, but at least we got, I can finally fly, as long as the plane doesn't screw up with its flickering and all that crap. So we are in Bismarck. We've got a flight to Boise. Pays quite good, $400 grand, and it's not too far. It's only 681 miles. And this is going to be in the Boeing 707. This will probably be the last 707 flight. I think I'm going to transition over to the Airbus A321. And the 319, was it 318, 319 that came out, or 319? Yeah, I think it was 318, 319 or whatever. Might look at that sometime. Not right now, but in the future. Might take a look at getting that. Alright, as I said, we're in Bismarck. Going to go down to Boise. Got this thing filled up. 681 miles. 114,000 pounds. It's packed to the brim. Actually, I had to take a little bit, like 3,000 pounds of fuel out. Plenty of distance, obviously. Do a day flight, and I'll meet you in the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are. Finally, this thing loaded correctly. I had to reload it again, but it's such a pain, this plane, sometimes. Pushing all these breakers. Get them all in. I was prepared to do a whole bunch of flights this weekend, and it's now Sunday evening, and this is the first one. Not my fault. It's just the way things go sometimes. Alright, let's turn the battery on. Let's turn this over to external power. Turn on the externals. Turn this to bus tie. And turn on the ground service. There we go. Got our essential power, DC power. Everything is good. Move this to inlet. These two up. Set our temps to 70. Let's see. I believe that's it for up here. Let's go down here, turn off a boost pump on each one. Open these two valves. With the oxygen. Turn on the flight recorder and interphone. Equipment cooling. You can test the fuel quantity. As you can see, we got fuel only in 3 tanks. That seems to be usual for us. You can test the engine oil. See, I believe that's it for over here, isn't it? Alright. Just make sure I don't forget that one. Set up ATC.
Bismarck ground, NAM 701 heavy, IFR to Boise, ready to copy. NAM 701 heavy is cleared to Boise Airport as filed. Flight runway heading, climb
Let's get this set up.
Departure frequency is 126.3, squawk 6426. NAM 701 heavy, cleared to Boise Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 8,000. Departure on 126.3, squawk 6426. NAM 701 heavy, feedback correct. Contact ground.
Put this out of the way.
1.9er.
Let's go ahead and request our taxi.
NAM 701 heavy with Zulu, ready to taxi IFR. NAM 701 heavy, taxi to and hold short of runway
31.
Using taxiway Charlie 4 Charlie.
Nav lights, swing lights.
Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
On the probes.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 31. Using taxiway Charlie 4 Charlie Charlie 5. NAM 7.
Alright, we'll go ahead and throw on our beacon so we can start the engines, land seatbelts, low pressure, engine 3. %. By the way, if everything sounds a little different, that's because that voice meter, it might be a little different. I'll try and get it, if it sounds weird, I'll try to get it a little better. Work on it. It's just that there's a thing with the input. You can mess around with it and make it sound different. If it sounds totally odd, I'll try and fix it. It kind of sucks that I have to go through all this crap. I have no idea why why I can't get sound over to the other computer, into my TV. It just makes no sense. Can't get the audio pass-through working. I have no idea. It's always been a little odd. I don't know what the problem is. Alright, engine 2. And at 15%. What? Taking off on 31? Yeah, 31. I'll go ahead and set the heading. Engine 1 settle. There it is. Alright, engine 1. Set our transponder to standby. Alright, let's go back over to the engineer's panel. Generator 3 can turn off our ground service. Disconnect. And we can go ahead and start our pushback. Alright, cool that parking brake and start our pushback. Go ahead and reset the altimeter. Yeah, hopefully I don't sound too different. Hopefully the game doesn't sound too different. I think it does a little bit, but I'll get to working on it. See if I can't make it a little better. A little more like it used to be or something. Not too much out here in Bismarck. Flying over here. That's not a real good pushback by the game.
Pacifica 6613 is cleared to Calgary Airport as filed. Flight runway heading, climb and maintain 120.
That guy over there? Yeah, Pacifica.
6.3, squawk board 122.
Pacifica 6613, cleared to Calgary Airport as
Alright,
filed.
stop our pushback right there.
Climb and maintain 12000.
Landing lights are on.
126.3, squawk board 122.
Pacifica 6613, read back
It's got that weird sound, like
121.9er.
you can hear that low sound. It's like when you fly one of those old prop planes, like the DC-6, makes that weird growl. Not sure what that is. But finally flying, you know, there's just so many problems all of a sudden. And just weird problems. Like why I was having these problems with these, especially in this northern areas and other areas where I have scenery. You would have these if you did, you would have huge, like all this grass and all the thing. It would be huge, and it would bury the taxiways, the runways. And I thought it was just you could go in, edit the airport elevation configuration, the EEC with comes with vector. But it would cause other problems, like this would, the grass and stuff wouldn't be so high, but it would just mess everything up. And I have no idea why vector being in a certain area would do that, because vector is supposed to be above the regions, but in this case I had to put it below it, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the only time it messes up is when I'm in one of those FTX regions. It just doesn't make any sense. But I got that figured out, and then that stupid sound problem, which really doesn't make any sense either. So I haven't been able to fly much this weekend, well, at all, but oh well, we're flying now. Like I said, this will probably be the last of the 707. We'll move over to the Airbus A321. Only did a couple of videos on those before. And we were just using like heading, like trying to get near the airport and then use the localizer and all that. So I'll try and learn the FMC, or I think they call them, what, CDMU or something? We'll try and learn how to program all that stuff and everything and do a real flight. So hopefully that all goes good. I gotta practice, I get in that plane and practice a whole lot for it. I really haven't flown that plane. Flew it a few times before I did it in air hauler, and haven't done it any since, so it is a good plane though. I do like it. So we'll probably try to learn it a little better. Almost to the end. Nobody over there, over there. So across the runway. I wonder what Pacific is. I didn't see her taxiing. Let's holler ATC if I can. We're close enough. Nope, not yet. Come on, let me get permission. Such a weird sound. Didn't quite go far enough.
Bismarck Tower, NM 701, heavy, ready to go. Runway 31, IFR to Boise. NM 701, heavy, clear for
Sweet.
takeoff. Runway 31.
Extend the landing lights Turn them on.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 31. Pan Am 701 Heavy.
Set our flaps 2 notches to 25. Won't do a rolling takeoff. I want to hold the brakes. I can't remember exactly how long the runway is. It should be long enough, but we're fully loaded at a higher elevation. Just trim this up. Turn our transponder to on. Sounds like I hear that plane coming. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Yeah, there it is. See it taxiing here. Alright, let's hold the brakes. Advance the throttle. Alright, here we go. Off to the right. Speed's alive. Looks like we should have plenty of speed and area. Alright, let's rotate. Positive rate, gear up. And this thing goes dead right when you get off the runway.
Pacifica 6613 at runway 31, ready for takeoff. IFR to Calgary.
Pacifica 6613, taxi into position and hold.
Pacifica 6613.
Pan Am 701 Heavy. Contact Bismarck departure.
Retracting 1 notch of flaps.
Going to 126.3. Pan Am 701 Heavy. Bismarck departure. Pan Am 701 Heavy.
I guess our elevation wasn't as high as I was thinking.
Pan Am
Alright.
701 Heavy.
Flaps are fully retracted.
Roger. Altimeter 299.5. Pan Am 701 Heavy. Turn left heading 255. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 8,000. Turn left heading 255. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain 8,000. Pan Am 701.
Try to use one hand. Alright, let's turn on the autopilot. Heading.
Pan Am
Try and keep it around 2,000.
Heavy. Turn left heading 225. Turn left heading 225. Pan Am 701 Heavy.
Take a look outside at Bismarck. So you get that weird engine growl even when you're outside. By the way, we're flying up in the Central Rocky Mountains of FTX, and I have to say, the mountains look freaking spectacular. I'll try and see if we can get some shots of them.
Pacifica 6613.
They look really, really good. This thing's pitching up a little too much.
Pacifica 6613 Bismarck departure. Roger. Altimeter 299.5. Pacifica 6613.
So we got a level out of 8,000, although I'm sure they'll, you know, tell us to go up to another altitude, maybe 25,000 or so.
95, proceed on course. Climb and maintain 12,000. Pacifica 6613.
Pan Am 701 Heavy. Climb and maintain
22,000.
flight level 220. Climb and maintain flight level 220. Pan Am 701 Heavy.
Alright, when we get close, it'll tell us, of course, to take a different heading at 255.
Turn right heading 255, resume on navigation. Turn right heading 255, resume on navigation. NM 701 heavy.
Alright, so what I'll actually do is switch this over to nav. Turn flight director over to nav. And since everything's looking good, what I'll do is go ahead and speed it up, and I will be back in just a bit.
NM 701 heavy. Contact Minneapolis Center on 124.2. Minneapolis Center, NM.
NM 701 Heavy, Minneapolis Center, Roger. Altimeter 2, Minneapolis Center, Pacifica 6613.
Minneapolis Center.
Will travel 6568, Minneapolis Center, Pacifica 66, Piper 07, November. Climb and maintain flight level 2.
Going to 12.
Pacifica 661, going to 124.25, Pacifica 6613. NM 701 Heavy, contact Minneapolis.
124.25. Minneapolis Center, NM. NM 701 Minneapolis Center. World Travel 65, Pacifica 66.
Climb and maintain flight level 280, Pacifica 6613.
NM 701 heavy. Climb and maintain flight level 250. NM 701 heavy. World Travel 4900. World Travel 4900. Turn left heading 115. Descend and maintain 17,000. World Travel 4905. 235 miles south, turn right, heading 035, descend and maintain 9,700. Expect vectors, visual, runway 31, approach. Turn right, heading 035, descend and maintain 9,700. Expect vectors, visual, runway 31, approach. Orbit 1152.
Alright everybody, we just got our approach going down to 18,000 feet. We'll be landing on 28 right. So, let's go ahead and go to the map. Go down here in the mountains. And we got 28 right. And of course, there's no freaking ILS. Why would they give us the one with ILS? Elevation 2834. So we'll go over here. Procedures. Is there nothing for 28 right? Select that. Alright, so we're going down to 18,000 feet. So a little closer to where we need to be. Let's go ahead and speed this up.
NAM 701 Heavy, please acknowledge.
Thought we already did.
Heading 245, descend and maintain flight level 180. NAM 701 Heavy, turn left, Salt Lake Center. Orbit 9566, Salt Lake, turn left, heading 205. NAM 701 Heavy, orbit 6385, 128. NAM 701 Heavy, turn right, heading 235. NAM 701 Heavy.
Alright, you can slow this down.
235, descend and maintain 12,000. Turn right, heading 235, descend and maintain 12,000. NAM 701 Heavy.
Alright, 12,000. Now we can speed it up again.
NAM 701 Heavy, turn right, heading 265. Turn right, heading 265. NAM 701 Heavy.
Speed up again.
NAM 701 Heavy, turn left, heading 235. Turn left, heading 235. NAM 701 Heavy.
Bring up my GPS and everything again. See, the mountains look pretty good. Can't remember, I was flying the other day, man. The mountains just looked friggin' spectacular. Can't remember exactly where I was, but they looked really, really good.
NAM 701 Heavy, turn left, heading 225. Turn left, heading 225.
Almost at 12,000.
NAM 701 Heavy. NAM 701 Heavy, descend and maintain 8,800. Beach 21 Delta, traffic is 10 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 200. Beach, in air, port demonstrate. Beach 33 Delta,
Alright,
traffic is 5 o'clock, 4
5.
miles at flight level 220. Beach, in air, port demonstrate.
We are what, 8,800?
Descend and maintain 8,800.
8,800.
NAM 701 Heavy. NAM 701 Heavy. Turn left, heading 190. Turn left, heading 190. NAM 701 Heavy.
Alright, we're getting close to 10,000 feet, so we need to slow down. I don't think that's gonna do it. Alright, 10,000 feet. Landing lights, taxi lights. Come on. Alright. Almost to 9,000. Just up a little bit because we got a...
Pan Am 701 Heavy, descend and maintain 8,200. Descend and maintain 8,200.
That's one reason our speed isn't coming down. We're such a steep descent. We'll lose our speed brake. It's at 8,400. Down a little bit. Come on.
Pan Am 701 Heavy,
7,600.
7,600. Descend and maintain 7,600. Pan Am 701 Heavy.
Alright, so that looks like it's Boise right in here. Only 23 miles out.
Orbit 6385, descend and maintain 7,600. Descend and maintain
7,800.
Orbit 6385.
200 feet to go. You can see that'll be our approach right there. Alright, 7,600. So we're going to activate the approach.
Pan Am 701 Heavy, contact Boise approach on 119.6.
One more throttle now that we're going to level out.
Delta, contact Salt Lake Center on 128.05. Orbit 6385, you are 35 miles
Make sure
northwest.
we're normal.
Right,
Yep.
heading 175, expect vectors, visual, runway 8, approach 119.6 for Pan Am 701 Heavy.
Come on, switch. There we go.
Bombardier 041, climb and maintain flight level 200. Boise approach, Pan Am 701 Heavy with you. Pan Am 701 Heavy, Boise approach, roger. Altimeter 299, Bombardier 041, turn right heading 175, resume on navigation, climb and maintain flight level 200.
I was about to say, well, we got to get our
turn right heading 200.
ILS in there, but that's right, we don't have it.
Turn right heading 220, Pan Am 701 Heavy. Turn right heading 175, proceed on course, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Of course, it's too easy if they give you ILS, you know?
701 Heavy, descend and maintain 6,400. Bombardier 041, contact Salt Lake Center on 118.05. Pan Am 701 Heavy, turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 6,400. Turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 6,400.
6,400.
701 Heavy.
Pull back on the throttle a little bit.
Going to 118.05, Bombardier 041.
Alright, 9 miles to, what's that? PEBES. Make sure that was 6,400. Yeah, 6,400. Okay, 500 feet to go. I think doesn't always like to stay where you put it at. Alright, 6,500 right there. And 6,400. Now they'll come back on and tell me to change again. So I believe it was, what, 2,800 feet was the runway elevation. A little too much throttle there. should be telling us to turn.
Can-Am 701 Heavy, airport is 12 miles. At your 1 o'clock, turn right, heading 285, report runway in sight. Turn right, heading 285, Can-Am 701 Heavy. Can-Am 701 Heavy, I have the runway in sight. Can-Am 701 Heavy, you are 11 miles.
4,800.
Descend and maintain 4,800. Cleared visual, runway 28, right approach. Contact Boise Tower on 118.1. Descend and maintain 4,800. Cleared visual, runway 28, right approach. Boise Tower, Can-Am 701 Heavy is 10 miles.
Wow, we're real high.
Inbound visual, runway 28, right approach. Can-Am 701 Heavy, Boise
Go ahead and
Tower,
drop the gear.
fly straight in, runway 28, right, altimeter 2994.
Put out some flaps.
Make straight in, runway 28, right, Can-Am 701 Heavy.
Just kill the autopilot. As you can see, we're too high. Flaps to 25. Hopefully this will help us slow down.
Can-Am 701 Heavy, cleared to land, runway 28, right. Caution the Bombardier Learjet landing, runway 28, left. Cleared to land, runway 28, right. Can-Am
One more flaps.
701
Help us
Heavy.
slow down. Got about 2,000 feet to go. One more flaps. Oh, well, that's full flaps. I thought we had one more to go after that, but I guess not. Come on, plane. This is one of the harder planes to control side to side, I gotta tell you. Just a little fast. I can't get to the speed brake though. I can't take my hands off this thing. Alright, now we're getting back on the glide path though. Still a little high. A little low. Here we go. Heck. Very hard. How is that very hard? I mean, we came down on the very first edge of the runway, but that wasn't hard.
Can-Am 701 Heavy, turn next taxiway.
Moderate damage. That's some BS, man. I call it BS.
Can-Am 701 Heavy, contact ground on 121.7. 121.7. Can-Am 701 Heavy.
Alright, go to parking.
Boise ground, Can-Am
Shut off the
701 Heavy.
landing lights,
Taxi
retract them.
Can-Am 701 Heavy, taxi to General Aviation Park via taxiway number.
Probably should have said the gates, but it don't matter. We're a cargo plane. That's why I did that.
Using taxiway Delta, Can-Am 701.
Oh, is it back behind us? Come on. I don't think we can switch it either. Oops.
November 943 Tango.
Well, how...
General Aviation Park.
Are we gonna turn around?
Echo Alpha 4.
Taxiing
Kick on the reversers. And see, they don't tell you how to get around, so we're just gonna do a UE right here. I'm kinda mad that, man, hard landing? I thought it was actually pretty daggone gentle. I mean, I know we were coming down a little fast because we got off the glide slope. But I didn't think it was a hard landing. So just shed the gates, we can just go right over there, but like I say, we're a cargo plane, so technically we're not supposed to be at the gates. So to our little UE. Alright. There's no one on the left. Man, we land real short. When we come in so slow, man, we don't use any runway at all. When I was flying this, I should have come in, you know, faster towards the end. Well, they're in the air. They're in the air, flying their base. That doesn't mean we can't cross the runway. That's stupid. Oh, they're on their base. I mean, come on.
Roger, NM 701 heavy.
Stupid, That sucks because this is the last time we're gonna fly it. We gotta end with that. That's not cool. Said hard landing, very moderate damage. That sucks though. Although we've more than made money in this plane. But that sucks. Gotta find someone now to fly this plane too. The only thing is, with this job, you know, it says it's got 50,000 pound cargo capacity, so it's going to create smaller jobs. As long as it's hopefully we can still get, you know, a bunch of high paying jobs. And I'll just have to have someone do it manually so we can make a lot more money. Yeah, but that's kind of depressing. We didn't get a good landing at the end. How far we gotta go? All the way around there? I didn't go quite far enough. It's kind of weird. Some of these lines are appearing white and then yellow. Wonder what our frame rate is. At 30. We're not really general aviation. Should have just said gates. What in the world is that white stuff over there? Is that a fence, I guess? Just a different kind of fence? Looked like there was a top on it for a little while, but I guess not. It's just technically barbed wire, I guess. Alright. Too much brake. little too much brake.
Boise, ground, Beach, November 02329er with Mike, ready to taxi, IFR. Beach, November 02329er.
That should be pretty good. Yeah, it's like, that's pretty good. So we'll put our parking brake on. Shut those two off, because now that I remember, we need to hook up our external power before we do that.
Boise ground, Beach November 11764, taxi to parking.
Beach November 11764, taxi to general aviation parking using taxi.
I screwed that up.
Alpha 5, Alpha Delta, Alpha 3.
Alright, shut our taxi lights off.
Taxiway off, Alpha 6, Alpha 5, Alpha Delta, Alpha 3. Beach
Now we can cut our fuel. Should have shut our transponder off already. Get that. Light director off. Right, we can shut off these lights. All these off. Right here, engine cooling, or equipment cooling I should say. Light recorder, interphone. Well, why would this be? I don't know. I still don't understand that exactly right there. Oh crap, wrong one. There we go. These down. Off. Off. Turn that off. Cut the battery off. I think that's it. Alright. Meet you back in air hauler. Alright, let's go ahead and unload this. See what damage we did. So those sounds are coming out a little different. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not horrible sounding, but it doesn't sound like it used to. Let's hit OK. Well, that does that. See, it's this voice meter. Maybe this needs to change a little bit. I don't know. Alright. Let's check out our plane. Oh my goodness. Did we kill this thing by 13%? My goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, that's the last flight in it. Hopefully we've got somebody. If not, we can hire this person. Well, they're not a captain. Maybe they're close to being captain. Alright. Well, that's it for this episode. There we are. Click that in Boise. So I guess we'll pick up, I'm not sure if we'll buy another A321 or just have one of these people fly it over there and switch them. That's probably what I should do. Then we won't have to even hire anyone. But everybody, that's it for this episode. Like I said, we'll do the A321 next. So I'll see you on the next flight.